तलक्ष्मणमुनीन्द्रकृपात्तबोधं तत्पादयुग्मसरसीरुहभृङ्गराजं त्रय्यन्तयुग्मकृतभूरिपरिश्रमं तं श्रीरङ्गलक्ष्मणमुनिं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीवत्सवं शकलशोदधिकौस्तुभस्य श्रीवासरागगुरोस्तनयं ततश्च विद्या अवाप्य विधोत्तमदां दधानं कुर्वे सदा हृदि गुरुं करुणाकराख्यम्. Let me try to do the justification with the incarnation of the Lord Parashurama towards this Polla Arakkanai Killikkalandani. Let us see first the word by word meaning for this. The Arakkanai, what is the difference between Asura and Araka? As Dr. Venkatesh Swami said, the Araka, when Hiranyakashipu did Bhagavad Apacharam to his own son, he is termed as an Araka. But Uttamur Veeraragacharya Swami in his Tirupavai Vyakyanam, he mentioned the clear distinction between the Araka and Asura. Asura are the Dayadis of Devas, and the Araka in general, like whoever does misdeeds to the humanity. If karma, if a guy did some bad things, some bad misdeeds to others, he is termed as Araka. That's what Swami has mentioned it. Let's take this adjective with Polla Arakkan. Okay, how we can define this Polla Arakkan? A guy can do a misdeed to a whole lot of group in one time. He is termed as Polla Arakkan. So naturally, who can do this? A guy whoever rules entire country. If a king who needs to lead his country in a dharmic way, according to Shastras, and he needs to look after his subjects, and if a king is not doing that, and if he is doing something, a whole lot of misdeeds, then the entire country will suffer. He is the sole guy can make everyone suffer with his misdeed. So Arakkan we can term Arakkan as a king, any king who is not leading his country according to Shastras. Okay. Killikkalandan. Let's take why or how we can understand this Killikkalandan in a farming. When farmers plant saplings, rice paddy, let's say, the unwanted plants, trees as well will grow along with this in the paddy field. So the farmers periodically they go and pluck these unwanted samplings. So most of the times they can pluck these samplings with their hands, but some of them will be hard rooted, so they might need some weapons to pick it up. So it's not all the time the farmers will go and he will be able to pluck the plants in his the unwanted plants through his hand. So you need some of the tools for it, some of the instruments for it. So Killikkalaidal so you need it is not that just plucking everything with the hand alone. Okay, the Killikkalandan is coming in the sense we need to see it in way like he did not take much strain to get it. In that sense, we need to look that word. Now, coming to Parashurama, how can we relate it? When the Kartavirya Arjuna did Apacharam to Jamadagni, Parashurama went, and everyone knows that Kartavirya Arjuna is also an Amshavataram of Bhagavan Vishnu, and as well as like Parashurama is also an Amshavatara. When he just Parashurama went, Kartavirya Arjuna has enormous powers. He is not like a Hiranyakashipu. Okay, he has because Vishnu's Amsha is also with Kartavirya Arjuna. Parashurama went and he just won Kartavirya Arjuna. it is not only Parashurama won against Kartavirya Arjuna. He uprooted the entire Kshatriya clan for 21 lineage. When Swami Deshika says Trisaptakritvaha, he did 21 lineages. Parashurama cleansed it. The reason behind it, the entire Kshatriya clan went on with the misdeeds. They were not ruling properly, and the dharmic ways went. The sages, the rishis were not able to do their tapas, and people were suffering a lot. So by seeing this, another reason is Parashurama's mother was hitting her chest for 21 times. We can relate this to that. But in general, he wants to cleanse that entire Kshatriya family. He also had a rule to that, like he will kill only the guy who has a son, and he just go and cleanse him, and he will leave his son to become a king. He left it. So like Parashurama gave a chance to the rulers to see whether their behavior is changing towards it. So he basically did this as a farmer. He did the Killi Kalaidan. So he did that unwanted saplings from this world. Another thing which we can relate, if we see the Ramavatara, in Ramavatara, Parashurama handed over the Vishnu Dhanush to Lord Rama when Lord Rama and Sita married, and when they are going back to Ayodhya. So Parashurama handed over that Vishnu Dhanush. Using this Vishnu Dhanush only, Rama able to defeat the Ravana. We can say Parashurama used Rama used the Vishnu Dhanush as an instrument to kill Ravana. We can say Parashurama used Rama as an instrument to kill Ravana. This is one thing. I forgot to mention one thing. Andal said Polla Arakkanai, but here when I mentioned about Parashurama killing the entire the Kshatriya clan for 21 lineages, how is that the singular form we can relate to this plurality is here the Jati Ekavachana is mentioned as an entire samudaya. The entire Kshatriya samudaya is mentioned as whoever is doing the wrong deeds is mentioned in Jati Ekavachana. Another interesting thing, Prativadi Bhayangra Mannangaracharya Swami in his Vyakyanam mentioned that by looking at Thiruvarayirappadi Vyakyanam, he is mentioning that there might be another padam as Arakkargalai, but he has mentioned that. But he also mentioned that in today's text we are seeing it as Arakkanai. So that is behind that. Another interesting thing in Dwapara Yuga, Parashurama is the Acharya for the Bhishmacharya, and he is the Acharya for Dronacharya, and he is the Acharya for Karna, and indirectly he is the Acharya for Pandavas and Kauravas through Dronacharya. So the Parashurama is he is essential. He is also like indirectly he did the entire Mahabharata war, and he did this Killi Kalandan of reducing the Bhubharam. At the time, almost all the kings took part in that war, and whoever did people who fought for Pandavas and as well as Kauravas not everyone is perfect. So Parashurama did that Killi Kalandan on the Dwapara Yuga as well. And another, this one I did not verify any of the Puranas or Pasurams, but just simply going through folklore, like Parashurama has given the Sudarshana Chakra to Lord Krishna in the Dwapara Yuga. So that is also an essential, one of the important things to consider. Lastly, in the Kalki Avatara, Parashurama is going to be the Acharya for the Kalki Avatara as well. So if we see as a whole, as an entire thing, Parashurama is one who is trying to set the field right. Like he wants the dharmic ways need to be in this world. People should follow the varnashrama dharmas, and kings need to rule it perfectly. So he is making, when the head is right, that everything is going to be perfect. So he is trying. He made the kings to pay for their misdeeds, so that when the king rules it, when the king rules in a dharmic way, the subjects also under him will do the same thing. Yatha Raja Tatha Praja. With that, another thing, Rosha Rama is the adjective was given by Swami Deshika to Parashurama. The one needs to be very angry in the sense, this anger needs to be in the right way. He got this anger because the guy who needs to be perfect is not being perfect. Okay, so that is behind the Parashurama's the incarnation related to this Pasuram. With this, I am concluding my my speech. Thank you.